this is Vicky, also known as DragonflySoars. I am recording this on Monday, February 4th. It's about 5:45, and this is DragonflySoars. I said that kind of out of order, but that's okay. And we already have a Tiggy. And you may eventually be able to see Missy through the curtain. I didn't actually realize that you could see her through the curtain, but it's okay. So, I have some progress to show you. Not as much as I was hoping, because last week was just a crazy week. One of the key people on our team went on vacation, which it's a well-deserved vacation. But we ended up actually having to call him on his first day and ask him questions. I don't like doing that, so we're trying to keep him out of everything now. Not like we're copying him on stuff, but we told him not to check his email unless we've actually called or texted and said we really need you. We're like, otherwise just assume we're okay. But we have lots of different projects at work. I'm getting Tiggy here, all up in my face. We have a lot of different projects at work, but we really have 3 big ones that are like corporate-wide high visibility, and all 3 of them had hiccups last week. And that's a nice way of saying they had big things get caught where they could have gone massively wrong. Luckily, they didn't. Everything was fixed, but it meant every day was just kind of a high-strung day. I got home. I didn't knit at work at all. Normally, I can get like a row done on my shawl. I mean, not a whole lot, but it's something, you know. If I get a row or 2 done every day, I usually get between 5-10 rows done just at work during the week. That didn't happen. Almost every meeting was face-to-face. Everything was run. It was just kind of crazy. Are we done now? Can we be done now? And then when I got home, I was just kind of frazzled. So I didn't really do a lot when I got home. It was kind of like, get something to eat, feed the cats, veg them from the TV, and go to sleep. So almost everything I did happened Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I did get, we'll start with this. I did get clue 4 of the Malice shawl done. So that means I'm actually on the final clue. Now I am right in between a row. Speaking of knitting at work, I knit a row and a half approximately today. So it's kind of hard to show you. I will post a picture. But the last time you saw it, I had just finished this purple section. And so I got all this green section done. There's 445 stitches across at this point. Hey! Missy has decided to use my chair as a scratching post, which does not make me happy because it's one of my favorite chairs. And we've been having issues. And what I've been doing during the week is I actually put a blanket on it, and I've been keeping it flat against the wall so that she can't climb up onto the top, which is her favorite part. But right now she just decided to go at it from the back. I don't understand why she has a sudden fascination with it. She's left it alone for years. Well, not years, but I mean, I've had this chair for over 2 years. So, anyway. So, all this green part was done. That's all both of this row and this row were clue 4. So, last time I had the purple half done, now I've got the green half done, and I just barely started clue 5, which is this purple bit right here. The purple bit has, the clue 5, I think, only has purple. And I believe it's some rows of lace and then the border. I think it's about, actually it's a couple rows back and forth of garter stitch, then lace, then the border. But I don't know how much that is total because I never actually looked that hard at it. In fact, I meant to print out clue 5 today so I could stick it in the bag, and I forgot. But anyway, so it's coming right along. If I keep on track, I should have clue 5 done next week. I mean, I've been getting a big chunk done every podcast, so hopefully. Now, I've also worked on, I didn't work on the twitchy socks at all. There's no, like, movies or anything. I posted something on Plurk yesterday saying that one of the reasons I love my best friend is because we were driving around, and I had asked yesterday, he asked if we could take my car. My car gets better gas mileage than his truck. And I said, sure, we can take my car, but could you drive? Because I really want to get the knitting. I really want to finish this section so I can spin this afternoon during the Super Bowl. And he said, sure. And then at one point I noticed he was kind of going a weird way to one of the stores. And I'm like, why are you going the long way? And he said, because I was giving you more knitting time so you can get more rows done. I'm like, so he drove the long way so that I could have more car knitting time. And I thought that was pretty cool. So I finished that. I finished that section yesterday. Then I worked a little bit on my snuggle. So it is now a 9x9 purple square. I have to make a corner, go around. This is the Simply Spiral Entrelac Tunisian crochet. And right now I'm just using up purple. I mean, they show it in color changing yarn, and it'll probably be more interesting. But I'm just trying to use up my purple acrylic. So I measured it right before the podcast, and it is 9x9 right now. So not big enough yet. And I'm thinking I'll finish the purple off because Tunisian crochet actually eats a lot of yarn, and then just see where it's at. I just watched I don't remember which episode it was, but it was one of the episodes from Dramatic Knits, and he says something like, they're not sponsoring a snuggle, but they may or may not make a snuggle for somebody else. But he was saying, they do have guidelines about the snuggle sizes, but frankly, they take just about anything. So, as long as it's at least 14 by 14, it should be good. So, I worked a little bit on that, and I'll probably work a little bit more. Now, I had told you that I was going to work on Topless Jazz Singer next, and use my, this is my fiber optic jet to lavender gradient. This was going to be next. It was going to be part of February for the amethyst color, which frankly, I mean, if I finish my malice, that's got a big chunk of purple. If I finish that snuggle, it's purple. I think I have spinning, and it's got a big chunk of purple, so I've got plenty of purple. I was going to do that for purple. However, I got an email the other day from some really good friends of mine saying, meet Baby Benjamin. I'm like, Baby Benjamin? Oh, I didn't even know what you guys were expecting. So, the next thing I knit after the malice shawl is done is going to be a baby blanket. So, you might have just seen a chop there. I started to tell you more about my friends and then decided that it wasn't my place to say it. So, I'm going to chop. So, I chopped part of this. But anyway, so, big deal. Surprise, Baby Benjamin's here, and I have not planned anything because I didn't know they were pregnant. So, I am going to knit the Sleeping Baby's Castle Blanket. Steve of Dramatic Knits made one of these. It's really cool. It's got cables, but it's got this cool castle design in the middle. And the people that I'm giving it to, the husband half of the couple, I originally had met because he introduced me to roleplay gaming. So, like Dungeons & Dragons. So, they're kind of, the castle just seemed to fit. And his wife, I absolutely adore her. They are like the best people in the world. My son, when I asked him one time where he wanted to go on vacation, if he could pick anywhere, he picked their house. So, I'm going to knit it out of Knit Picks Brava worsted. This is the Tide Pool colorway, so it's kind of a teal blue-green. I have 6 balls of this. So it is worsted weight. It's 100% premium acrylic. I read reviews on Ravelry for, they have a worsted, a sport, and a bulky or something. I don't remember. Anyway, and everybody said that it knits up really well, it washes really well. There was one person who complained that they had pilling, but everybody else said it washed absolutely beautifully. So, and I looked at pictures of finished objects, and they had really nice stitch definition, and acrylic is great for baby blankets that are probably going to get thrown in the wash, especially if you have non-knitters involved. And frankly, I'm a knitter, and if I was a new mom, I wouldn't want somebody giving me a hand wash only blanket. It's one thing if you're knitting it for your own kid, but I don't think I want somebody giving me something that I go, oh, that's nice, it has a hand wash. Well, it's going in a drawer. Well, now it's not used. I want to be able to tell them, throw it in the wash. In fact, usually when I knit baby blankets, I actually throw it in the wash once myself, because I figure if it's going to fall apart or do something awful, I want it to do it to me. Because maybe I will have wasted a lot of time, but at least I won't have given it to them and have them like panic. So, that will actually be next after the Malice shawl is done. I'm not going to start it until the Malice shawl is done. It's just, I want to get the Malice shawl done, off. So, now I told you that I had wanted to get my Malice to that finishing, that Clue 4 done, because I wanted to spin during the Super Bowl. So, this is the end, this is the first 4 ounces of my fiber optic. This is the Knit Girls colorway that goes rouge, violet, cerulean, which is why I said it has purple in it. This is the outside, so this is the cerulean blue color. You can tell it's pretty thin. So I'm going to I'm going to spin another one and then 2-ply them together. I'm not doing a fractal spin or anything. They will be done exactly the same. I know she's behind me getting in trouble. So I will pause right here so I can put in a picture of the fiber optic and go see what in the world she's doing. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what they were doing, or even which one of them it was, but now Tigger's over here meowing at me to tell me about it. So I'm going to 2-ply that fiber optic together since I have 2 braids. My hope is that when I'm done, I could do this, which is, it's called the TGV, Trico Grande Vitesse, or High Speed Knitting by Susan Ashcroft. It is a shawl. There are actually some really awesome pictures on Ravelry, so I would recommend going to the show notes and looking, because especially when it's done in a striped yarn or something like that, the stripes go the whole length, or a gradual color changing. It actually looks a lot cooler than it does in the stock picture. But it is designed for approximately 100 grams of sock yarn. You basically do the top half until you're about halfway through, and then you do the bottom half with the rest of it until you're out of yarn. Which means it's perfect for doing in something that I'm not exactly sure what the yardage is going to be. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because it is the knit along for the CJ Copic Guts, Grits, and Pink Lipstick retreat, which is in May. And Kobe, CJ Copic, actually gifted everybody this pattern. She said she actually got a call from her bank asking if she really did do all these little bitty things, because you can't mass gift a pattern. You have to actually go to each person and gift it. So she had a bunch of little, I think it was $4 charges. But so I'm hoping that my fiber optic will come out nicely into something I can use that for. We'll see. It's actually, it says 100 grams, and I'll have way more than 100 grams because I actually have 8 ounces, but I was thinking that it might work anyway. So, I have exciting news, and I'm trying to decide, this might as well put it here. So, while I was going and spinning, it occurred to me that this is 4 ounces of single. Another bobbin will also hold 4 ounces of single. This is a gradient. I really would like it to end up into one skein, because otherwise, when I apply it together, I would end up with like one skein that's red through purple and another skein that's purple through blue if I did it, because this won't hold 8 ounces. So I was looking online and I looked on eBay for a jumbo flyer for my Kromsky, for my spinning wheel. And I happened by accident, because I was looking for jumbo flyer, there happened to be a Kromsky Sonata with jumbo flyer on sale. Now, I have been wanting a Kromsky Sonata. It is their traveling wheel. The wheel I have now is a Kromsky Interlude. They're both single drive, so the bobbins, the woolly winder, everything will fit both wheels. So I've been, and you know, I'm familiar with it, and so I'm like, I really have been wanting a Sonata. Partially because there have been several times I would like to take my wheel with me to my parents' house. Especially when I'm doing the really long weekends, I would like to take it with me. My wheel, while I can pick it up and drive it someplace carefully, it's not meant to travel, so I don't. The Sonata folds up, holds the bobbin, everything all nice and neat in a little carrying case. And I've been looking at it for a while, and I've been saving up for it. So I'm not quite saved up for it, but pretty close. Now, when I was looking for the jumbo flyer, I came across a Kromsky Sonata with jumbo flyer. So it's the Sonata with all the regular things, including the 3 Kromsky bobbins and the traveling case, and it's in mahogany, which is the same color as my wheel and my woolly winder, and plus, so it came with all the regular stuff plus a jumbo flyer, and it was the exact same price as a Sonata normally is anywhere you look, because I've been pricing them on the Woolery, Nitpicks, you name it, I've probably looked at it, and it's always the same price. This was the same price plus a jumbo flyer, and I thought, I better check and make sure that he's giving me a jumbo bobbin too, not just a flyer, because it didn't specify. You know, it specified the 3 regular bobbins, but it didn't specify the jumbo. So I sent a message that says, does this also include the jumbo bobbin? Now, normally if you bought a jumbo flyer, it comes with 1 jumbo bobbin. And so, but I wanted to verify, because this is all together. And he said, yeah, it includes the jumbo bobbin, plus the 3 regular bobbins. And if you're getting this in mahogany, I have an extra jumbo bobbin here, and I will actually throw it in if you order it. Cool. So, for the same price as just the wheel and case, you know, the regular standard wheel case, regular bobbins, I get wheel case, regular bobbins, jumbo flyer, 2 jumbo bobbins, and the shipping was free. And every place else I looked, you had to pay shipping, and it costs at least, you know, it costs at least $17 or more for shipping. So, it was like, and I'm sitting there going, I don't have all the money saved up. I got most of it, but not all of it. And best friend is going, oh, would you just buy it? You know, he was very enabling and convinced me that I should just take the deal. He's like, even I know this is a good price. You've been talking about it forever. You know this is the one you want. So, tomorrow, UPS is bringing me a new wheel. That was the other thing. He could ship right away. because a bunch of the other places have either low stock or no stock, so you actually have to wait. He had it right away. It's shipped. The tracking says it will be here tomorrow. I already told them at work that I'm going to work from home in the afternoon because I don't want a chance that it gets stuck outside and sitting in a pile of snow or something. Plus, then, you know, I'll have my jumbo flyer so I could ply my fiber optic together. So, after my really crappy week, I ended up also being able to order a new wheel, and I'm very excited. And since it's supposed to come tomorrow, I'm supposed to go visit my parents this coming weekend, just for a short weekend, like Friday night to Sunday. Because my son's saying that he misses me and he wants to hang out, maybe see a movie or something. Anyway, so I will probably be able to take it with me. So I'm very excited. Okay, so that was my excitement. I have something else to show you. And it's fun. I printed this out because I didn't have the physical book yet. And I wanted to at least talk about it, so I printed out the front cover. And then it came today. So, this is called Needles and Artifice. It is by the Ladies of Mischief. It is printed by Cooperative Press. Now, Cooperative Press was put together by Shannon Oakey to allow designers to take control of their own knitting books and being able to publish them. So, this one happens to be, it has steampunk patterns in it. Which, if you don't know what steampunk is, it's kind of Jules Verne, Victorian era stuff combined with futuristic stuff. It's Will Smith in Wild Wild West. It's the end of Back to the Future when the Back to the Future 3 when they end up on the train. That's kind of steampunk. So, and it's not really that I care about the steampunk patterns, although I do think some of them are kind of cool. What I liked about this is that there is a story. So there is an actual chapter, and then there are patterns to go with that chapter. And then there's another chapter, and there's patterns to go with that chapter. And it just struck me as a really cool idea. Now, if you order a print copy, they also automatically give you a digital download. So they send you a link right away so you can download the PDF. Plus, if you give them your Ravelry user ID, they will then gift you the book on Ravelry so that you also have it in your Ravelry library. I actually talked to one of the people when she sent me the link. I was like, that is just such a cool idea, because for a lot of us, the Ravelry library is where we actually need it. I mean, I have the printed copy. I think it's cool. I almost think it's, it's kind of a cool thing because you can kind of read through it. Look at the patterns. It's something that might even interest people that aren't knitters. So, now, I will say the patterns are big. The charts are beautiful. I mean, they are nice, clear, big charts. I was personally a little disappointed that the print quality is not much better than I would have got printing it out at work. These pages are not super high quality print and pictures. They very much look like what I would have gotten on our fancy printer at work. But it's bound. It's all in one place. I wouldn't have people at work yelling at me for printing out this many pages. So, the print copy, I believe, was $30. I don't think it's on here. I think it was $30 that got me the print copy, the digital copy immediately, and then the Ravelry library edition. All three of those are the whole book. You know, it's not like you get just the patterns in your Ravelry library. It's the whole book. So, you get the story and the patterns. Here's some of the patterns on the back. So, I think it's a very neat idea. So, and some of the things, like, okay, this one. That is just, and I'll show you another picture of it. It's just a nice little top. I mean, it's not something there. It's not something that I personally would wear, but I could see Tiff wearing it. I mean, it's not wild and crazy. Here they have these arm things, and here she's looking like a pirate, but if you just look at them as wrist warmers, they're not crazy. And that's kind of how a lot of things in here are. You can make them crazy, or you could just wear them. Now, there's a few things that somewhere in here there's a corset. I don't remember where it is. I probably would not be wearing a corset. Here's another cute top. That's actually, I mean, that's a top that lots of people could wear very easily. I don't know where the corset is. The corset was when I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. So, here's another, this is for a color work chart, but, I mean, the charts are huge. So, very cool book. I can't wait to read it and actually, like, go through the story. I will probably read it on my iPad just because that's where I normally tend to read books these days. I have been finishing a book called The Chaperone. I've been reading that on my iPad Kindle app. So, alright. Now, don't forget Snuggles. If you do Snuggles, put them in our thread and you can win prizes. I'm the only podcaster that's letting you double dip because of the fact that I know we're not going to win the most. So I figure why not get a chance. So we are doing well. I think we have 15 or 16. I mean, we're doing good. So, but we are, I mean, Knittables, Wolf Farms, Knitting on the Fly, Fiberista Files, blowing us away, but that's okay. We are putting in a good standing and we are helping the animals. So I will post pictures again of the prizes here. So those are for the Snuggles. Now, for the birthstone along, on the morning of February 1st, 6:30 Central, I closed the January thread and I opened the February thread. So I took care of that right away, and already people are posting purple items in the February thread. We ended up with 71 posts in the January Garnet thread, and I've noticed that our membership is going up as people are actually like knitting things and posting in there. So I think that's really cool. And I also, if you look, sorry, I started a thread. Well, I made a thread that it is locked. You guys can't write to it, but it is just the birthstone along prizes. And for each month, it posts what the prize is. So up at the top, it has the birthstones, and then and then number 2 is January Garnet and the prize we're about to give away. The next post is February. That way, I could, for each post, is a different month. And if it was donated by somebody other than me, I linked them to it because thank you. And then you can also see If a month doesn't have a prize yet, it says TBD, to be determined. So you can, if you see a month that you would like to participate in, please feel free. You will notice that there is a new prize listed. Schmopey, who is Victoria, is donating a prize for May because that is her birthday month, and so she wanted to donate a prize. However, she recently moved, so now anything she would ship would be international, and so instead of agreeing to ship something, she is donating a Ravelry pattern of $10 or less. So you will see that in the prize thing at the end, and you will see it in the prize listing on the Ravelry thread. So we now have January, we're about to give away. February is the purple yarn and amethyst stitch markers. March is aquamarine, and that is the aquamarine stitch markers and the little bag the little really lovely red oriental bag that they came in. That is from Mavie. January, February, March. April is sparkle yarn from Allison, who had this wonderful idea to begin with. May is the $10 or less pattern. June is the kind of nude gray, it's the Weeping Angel yarn, the Doctor Who inspired colorway that is also from Allison. July is still open, August is still open, September is still open. October is Opal, and that's our wild card month, so that's the month that Mom did the wild wacky sheep mug and then built up a little package around it. November is Topaz, and Tiff donated yarn for that one, and then December is still open. So, that's everybody. You probably didn't need to hear the whole list again, but in case there are new viewers now that I know we're getting new members, I want to make sure we kind of walk through it. So, we had 71 entries. Now, a couple of those I think ended up getting deleted, and if I win, I will gladly buy myself something new, and then I will draw again. And Mom said not to count her. Although she had a gorgeous doll, which I'll put at the end just because I always show you her dolls, and this one just happens to be for the birthstone. So, we are going to draw 2 through 71, and I'm trying to get the discussion thread open. All right. 2 through 71. Number 22. So that'll be on the very first page. I think my phone needs to be restarted. It's been a little wonky today. Like it's just reacting slow. Either that or it's because my fingers are so dry. Hi, Tiggy Tiggies. Tiggy, you gotta stop bumping the table. Oh, 22 was deleted, so we will pick again. Okay, we'll do it again. New number, 16. We had a couple times where people posted and they didn't think it went through, and so then they redid it again. 16, so it's still on the first page. Oh, and it's Mojave Knitter. Okay, Tiff won. Stop that. Stop that. I'm just staring at him. I love my sister, but she's won a couple times. Alright, I am making an executive decision. Tiff, I will mail you a different prize. I am going to draw one more time. Just because this is the first month and I didn't really want it to be family. Much as I love her. So, 45. 45 is going to be on the second page. You can stay here if you stop wiggling. The pictures also take a while to load too. Alright. 45 is KPAR62, and she has posted just a ton of snuggles. And what she's been kind of round robbing them. So she does like Fibreeze Defios, Knitting on the Fly, DragonflySoars. And then she goes around and around. And then if they're red in January or purple in February, she's also been double dipping them into the birthstone along. So, and for the life of me, I can't think what her real name is right now. Tiki, you are getting fur everywhere. So, you win the Happy Feet yarn and the pretty garnet stitch markers. They look better when they're out of the bag. So, send me your full name and address so I can mail them out. And congratulations. And Tiff, we will talk. I will mail you something. Because you did win. And I do love you. So, I will mail you something else. And I think that is everything. So, knit purple for February. Remember, February is a short month. So, you got a couple less days. And if you don't want to work on February, you can start working on Aquamarine for March, which is kind of a light blue color. And knit snuggles for the snuggle prizes. And I think that's it. That had to be everything. Bye now.